strongest partner. Philippine-China relations went all-time low during Aquino admin, says GMA. SUV owner in hit and run skips LTO hearing anew. ITCZ to bring rains over parts of Mindanao. Curry says he'll play despite foot injury. And Peso weakens to 53 pesos per dollar on stock market decline. Good evening. Today is Friday, June 10, 2022. I'm Miguel Tagonan and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. President-elect Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. is considering to attend the United Nations General Assembly, which will be held in September, his office said on Friday. This as UN Resident Coordinator in the Philippines, Gustavo Gonzales, discussed with Marcos during the courtesy visit the preparations for the UN General Assembly this year. Marcos told Gonzales that it would be very important to attend and represent the Philippines in the General Assembly and meet with other world leaders. The Marcos camp, however, said the incoming president has not confirmed attendance yet to the event. If he decides to go to the assembly, it will be his first time to meet other heads of state across the globe. President-elect Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. on Friday branded the Asian superpower China as the Philippines' strongest partner. Marcos said the Philippines would not make its way in the post-pandemic world by itself, noting that partnerships with other nations would help in the country's economic recovery. The incoming president added that with cooperation and communication, the ties between Philippines and China have grown and become stronger through the years and sees the future of the two countries as developing in many ways. Marcos said the difficulties and differences of the two countries would be helped in every way as long as we continue trying to communicate and continue to be forthright in the interest of each of our countries. Former President and incoming Pampanga lawmaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo on Friday stressed that the Philippines-China relations went at an all-time low during the Aquino administration. Arroyo made the remark during the induction as one of the Hall of Fame awardees of the Association for Philippines-China Understanding for their remarkable contributions in promoting friendship between China and the Philippines. She said that 6 years ago, the Philippine-China relations were at an all-time low since the diplomatic relations was established in 1975, but President Rodrigo Duterte reversed such a stance that China's President Xi Jinping went on a state visit in the country in 2018. While Arroyo did not expound on why the relations between the two countries went at an all-time low, it was during the Aquino administration when the Philippines sued China before the Hague-based Permanent Court of Arbitration over repeated Chinese aggression against Filipino fisherfolk within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Ang Daily Tribune may digital shows na din. Dahil sa mas lumalaki at mas lumalakas nating tribu, handog sa inyo ng Daily Tribune ang mga programang magbibigay buhay araw-araw. Be informed at mag-good vibes tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Be updated sa news and happenings sa Tribune News on Q. Mas kilalanin pa natin ang mga paborito nyong atleta sa programang The Athletes Tribune. Alamin ang latest entertainment sa programang What's Up. Ma-inspire sa mga kwentong hatid ng Perfect. Search lang ang Daily Tribune sa inyong Facebook at Tribune Now on YouTube. See you there mga katribu! Makinig at makisali sa usapan every Friday night at 6 p.m. sa I Speak Katribu Podcast. Samahan sina Daniel at Alvin na pag-usapan ang mga relevant topic na tiyak kakarelatean nyo mga katribu. At pagdating ng Sunday at 7 p.m., Speak Your Mind with our I Speak program na sasagot sa mga tanong regarding the latest and relevant issues sa paligid natin. I-like at i-follow nyo ang Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube para updated ka sa mga latest episode namin mga katribu. Fun and inspiring na kwentuhan? Sagot na yan ng programang Spotlight ng Daily Tribune. Makipagkwentuhan at kilalanin ng iba't ibang personalidad na kilala sa kani-kanilang larangan. Manood at makinig sa mga inspiring stories na kanilang ibabahagi kasama si Nina Ventura at Jojo Silvestre. Be ready ng mamangha at matuwa every Thursday alas 2 ng hapon dito lang sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Alamin ang latest entertainment at sa mga paborito nyong celebrities kasama si Pocholo Concepcion sa programang What's Up. Makibanding at kwentuhan kasama ang mga kilalang personalidad sa entertainment industry. Sama-sama natin silang kilalanin at silipin ang makulay nilang mundo every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Kaya sit back and relax lang kayo mga katribu. Hanapin at ilike ang Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Dahil sagot na namin ang masayang kwentuhan dito lang sa What's Up.
In other news, the SUV driver involved in a hit-and-run incident in Mandaluyong City on Friday again snubbed a hearing set by the Land Transportation Office. The LTO committee said that it would go ahead and make its recommendation to the Office of the Assistant Secretary Edgar Galvante. Mandaluyong Police Deputy Chief Police Lieutenant Colonel Marlon Malorca, on the other hand, said the suspect had not yet reached out to authorities. Earlier, Galvante said if the SUV owner again failed to show up for the hearing on the LTO's final show cause order, the chance for him to explain the incident would be considered waived. The LTO would come up with a decision on the sanction that would be imposed against the SUV owner based on the evidence even without his cooperation, he added. State Weather Bureau Pag-asa announced that the Intertropical Convergence Zone, or ITCZ, will bring scattered rains and thunderstorms over parts of Mindanao. Zamboanga Peninsula and Palawan will experience cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Metro Manila and the rest of the country will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms, mostly in the afternoon or evening due to the localized thunderstorms. The wind speed forecast in extreme northern Luzon will be moderate, moving south to southwest, while coastal water conditions will be slight to moderate. In sports, Golden State star Stephen Curry was emphatic Thursday in confirming he'll play Game 4 of the NBA Finals despite suffering a foot injury in the Warriors Game 3 loss to the Boston Celtics. The Warriors trailed 2-1 in the best-of-7 championship series, heading into the Game 4 at Boston's TD Garden. Curry was among the Warriors starters who sat out the last few minutes with Boston on the way to a convincing 116-100 victory. He led the Warriors with 31 points before hurting his foot when he was buried in a scrum of players chasing a loose ball. He said the injury was reminiscent of the foot sprain he suffered in March and he hadn't pursued any medical imaging tests on it. And in business, the Philippine peso plunged to its weakest level in over 3 years as it closed at 53 per dollar as foreign funds exited the local stock market. The local currency closed 5 centavos weaker than the Thursday's finish at 52.95 pesos per dollar. Friday's peso exchange rate closing to a US dollar is the weakest in 3.5 years when the local unit ended at 53.10 pesos per dollar on December 20, 2018. Meantime, the local stock barometer Philippine Stock Exchange Index lost 228.85 points or 3.38% to close at 6,539.4, its weakest its weakest since May 17, 2022, when it closed at 6,594.66. Philstock's financial senior analyst Japet Tantiangco said inflation concerns amid the elevated oil prices and weakening peso also continue to weigh on investor sentiments. That wraps up the stories tonight. Before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store, Araneta City, the Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, Empire Eastlands Holdings Incorporated, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of the Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Miguel Pautagonon, and you're watching Tribune News on Cue. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.